Hey, look at this card. Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? I love the little snowman. He's just perfect. And I want to show you, it's a great technique, and I want to show you how I did it, okay? So let's get started. First thing I took was a piece of soft sky, and I took before I got started on my card, I took a piece of black paper, and I stamped in white ink on a piece of black paper, and then I cut it out, because I'm going to use that to kind of block off when I do some sponging. So that's your first step. Make your mask. This is a masking technique. So then the second step was I took some craft pads and I opened it up and I inked up my snowman, and I stamped him on the front of the blue, and I noticed he's down about an inch from the top because I got to get my Mary on the bottom. So stamp it, and then I went and dried it. And when I dried it, this is what I have. And the reason why I dried it is because we're going to work with it. I know you can barely see it, but by the time we get done with it, he will shine, shine, shine. So, okay, I'm going to lay this mask over the top of it. And the first thing I'm going to do is get my Island Indigo. Open it up, and I'm going to grab a sponge. And I'm going to mask all the way around him, going in circles. Sponge all the way around him, sorry. Keep your white all covered up. And you want to leave some of the light blue showing, just to show interest. Now you can pull off your mask, and the next step is going to be to take the dark Midnight Moose, the darker of the blues, grab a sponge, and then this time I'm just going to go around the edges. This is not my design. Can't remember if I told you. I found this on Pinterest and fell in love with it. Figured out I needed to do it. I got a little close there, so I'm going to cover him back up. Make sure I don't get any more on the white. But that's the whole purpose of the mask, is to keep the blues off. It's kind of messy, so maybe have a cloth or something around. Okay, so then our next step after that is I'm going to put Mary in. Now I'm going to use Stays-On with the Mary, just because I like that black. I'm put Mary at the bottom. And then my next step is going to be put in his arms. Now I'm going to use a Stampin' Right marker, and I'm going to use the brush side. And the reason being is this particular stamp gives an edge, so I'm going to use a marker so that I know where that ink goes. I can be pretty precise with it, not get it on the edge. So here I go. I'm putting his other arm on. And then I'm going to grab his this set is really, really cute. So you get the arm, you get the heart, you get his nose, you get the eyes. Now, because he's looking up, I do not want his eyeballs. So I'm going to do that, and I want it to be pretty far up on his head because he is looking up. Alrighty, so that's his arms. Let's go for his heart. His heart is done with the real red. You can do a marker with this or a pad. I'm going to put his little heart right here. Cool. I love that. Love his little heart. Okay, so the next thing is going to be his nose, and we're going to use Tangerine Tango. And we are going to cut it out. And what I am going to do is I am going to use a little bit of green glue. And put that on there. And I'm going to put my little nose away because, boy, you can lose that thing. It's so small. Alright, so then the next step is going to be, I'm going to take my piece of soft suede and I'm going to stamp my snowflakes, and my snowflakes are going to be in soft suede. And it's just going to be randomly. Two different sizes. Always start big, go to small. You can always fit the small in. Okay. So here's my piece of Island Indigo. 5.5 by 8.5. So that's going to go on with dimensionals. So the way the ribbon is, to save ribbon, I will take and I will cut two pieces and use a glue dot and go around the back. Go ahead and pull off your and then I'm going to go ahead and put my little snowman down. I'm going to do dimensionals with him too. Oh, but I got to show you this, because before you put the dimensionals down, you got to put the the tiniest of snowflakes on there. You got to be careful because this one does give you an edge. And if for some reason it gives you an edge, just pick up a blender pen. Alright, now I can go back to putting my dimensionals on. Okay, so we have our card base and we have our soft suede with our snowflakes, and then I'm going to put my little snowman here, and then I'm going to run my last piece of ribbon underneath. It's about 4 inches. Tie my half knot, and then I've got to put rhinestones on all 3 snowflakes. And then the last thing is to add this dimension that we've got going on. So I'm going to take a soft suede pad. I'm going to pick up my blender pen. I'm going to pick up some of the soft suede. You don't want a lot of it. So you kind of rub it on your paper to get it down to where you want it to be. And then you take and you go in and you put the brown in there. Go under his neck. There you go, just like that. And then the very last thing is you take your dazzling detail and you run it along here, there, just wherever you want him to be kind of shiny. He's really cute. I hope you try him. I will have dimensions and everything on the website for you.